During this year's season of Remembrance, the Royal British Legion have asked that as we wear our poppies, we remember and give thanks in particular for acts of service. This emphasis on acts of service reminds me of the Collect for Peace from the Book of Common Prayer, which draws on words widely attributed to St. Augustine. O God, the author of peace and lover of concord, to know you is eternal life, and to serve you is perfect freedom. In the context of war, this might at first hearing sound illogical, even distasteful to some, that acts of service could possibly lead to freedom. And certainly there is a paradox here, for Christians are called to follow the example of Jesus, whose own act of service meant laying down his life so that others might know freedom, freedom from the hold of sin on our lives. So, mirroring the way of Christ, it becomes possible through our own acts of service to find freedom, both for ourselves and as gift to others. For service liberates us from our normal patterns of behaviour and thinking and opens the way for a whole new way of being. For each of us, the call to service will be different, but it is always an invitation to put others first and self second, to bless those who curse and to give back good for evil. Whether it is through a life laid down, through a simple act of kindness, or in taking a first step towards a place of forgiveness, we are challenged and encouraged to break the cycle of violence. And so as we give thanks for the many acts of service which have shaped our nation's freedom, perhaps we might also in this season of remembrance commit ourselves again to the service of God and one another. And I pray that as we do so, we might find a renewed sense of freedom for ourselves and for our communities.